Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karissa and I just did a little get ready with me. I did my everyday makeup routine, but I didn't want to start the video off with a bare face. I didn't want to do a jump scare. So welcome to the video and let's get right into it. I have not made a video in such a long time, so I figured I would hop on here and do like a little questionnaire life update and get ready for the day. All over my For You page and on my YouTube channel, I'm obsessed with watching all of like the dupe makeup videos. I think this is being compared to like one of the e.l.f. dupes. One of these days I want to do a comparison because I have a lot of the products and I want to compare and see if it's all worth the hype or not. My skin is looking really rough lately. I think because I like switched birth control and stuff like that, so like my skin's just not happy, especially all like right here. I have melasma. It's really great, but you know what, that's what makeup's for. I'm just gonna do like my typical everyday makeup, and it's funny because the older I get, the heavier that makeup routine gets. Like I literally used to just do a tiny bit of concealer under my eyes and like maybe a little mascara, and like I'd brush my eyebrows and call it a day. Now that's no longer the case. I'm gonna go through the questions. How do you feel mentally at the moment? I'll combine this with how do you manage anxiety. I'm gonna start with my e.l.f. Halo Glow. It's funny because did I just drop some on the floor? Possibly. It's okay. I had a very rough start to my day, like extremely rough. It's like one of those days where like nothing is going right. You get like bad news. I was so upset and I was crying all morning. I also just started my period, so you know, it's like a pile of things, and it took everything out of me not to get in bed and like pout and just put a heating pad on and call it a day. But I was like, no, I had plans to be productive today, and I also know that if I put makeup on, then I won't cry as easily, if that makes any sense. I don't know if any of you can relate to that. In my head, I'm like, I can't cry because I just put mascara on. Like a little life hack. I need to get a mirror because I have no idea if this is blended or not. But other than this morning, mentally, I feel like I've been doing really well. Lately, like my new thing, especially with helping with my anxiety, is forcing myself to get outside and go on walks right before the sun goes down, because that's when my anxiety and like darker, sulkier mood kind of sets in, is when the sun goes down, especially because the sun goes down so early. I just kind of get sulky, and like I've noticed that if I take like a decently long walk, it doesn't have to be like a speed walk or anything to like get sweaty. Like sometimes I'll even just wear my slippers and Max and I will go walk around. Sometimes we'll drive somewhere to walk, and we walk around for like, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes, and we get home right as it's getting dark, and it's almost like I got so much fresh air. Like I have a clear mind and like I got everything out of me and I'm like stress-free, and it's so nice. And sometimes it's really hard and it's like a battle to get myself out to go on the walk. Once I'm out there, I'm like, this is really nice. Like I should do this more often. So I've been really trying to do that, and like I said, like it's a battle sometimes to get myself to go out there, and I'm not always successful with getting myself out there, but I just have to tell myself like it will be so worth it once you're out in the fresh air. Even if it's cold, even if it's raining, like I'll literally take my umbrella and I'm like, you're going for a walk. And Max really likes the water and he likes the rain, like it doesn't bother him. So I highly recommend going on walks to help with anxiety, getting some fresh air no matter what the weather is. I added a little bit of Too Faced Born This Way. Your girl needs a little extra coverage lately. Sometimes it just doesn't want to blend. Also, when do you guys switch out your beauty blender? Like when is like the appropriate time to have a new one? Because I feel like I've had this for, I lost count, like it's been a minute. Patting bacteria all over my face, but I don't know. Comment down below what you guys do. This is my trick to making sure that it blends seamlessly. In high school, that was my biggest fear, because I would see, I think I just inhaled a dog. I would see girls where their like foundation would like cut off, like a hard cut off right here, and I would be like, I don't want that to be me. I'd make a super intense double chin and I just pat downward, blends in nicely. I'm like, okay, I'm good. But that's my little trick, is to do a double chin. I'm gonna go in with this. I just bought a new one and it was the wrong shade, so it's a lot lighter I think than I usually do, but it's fine. It's winter. I have 0 tan lines on my body. Like, it's all just one color. I always feel like ugly when I don't have any tan on. Like, I just don't feel like myself. Like, when I do my makeup, it could be like really good makeup and I'm like, something's not clicking. What's off? I don't look like myself, or I like look ugly, and I'm like, it's because I have no tan. Frosty the snowman over here, but it's okay. We're gonna thrive in the winter, and we're gonna be patient, and summer is right around the corner. I feel like this is like the slowest time of the year, at least for me. Like, January, February, March goes by so slow, but everything else just speeds on by. How can someone start taking care of their body? I like this question because sometimes you can like be in a place where you don't even know where to start. I've had times where I was not taking care of my body because it's like you have so many other things to worry about. It takes a lot of effort, I think, to take care of your body and like keep up with it. Like, it's maintenance. Once you kind of get on a flow of it, you'll start to feel really good, like physically and mentally. So I think knowing that you're gonna feel so much better and look so much better is such a good reward that it's worth putting in the work and the effort. I would just start going on some walks and start throwing in some good healthy meals. Recently, I would go out and get food all the time because I didn't want to cook. But then I told myself, like, no more. You're gonna start eating at home. And I started cooking at home, and I'm starting to get into cooking now, and it's actually really fun. It's really therapeutic. It helps my anxiety. So I'm like, okay, all these benefits. You save money, and it's good for you to cook at home and cook your own meals, and you can make them healthy. I just think it's so beneficial. So maybe start by cooking your own meals at home and going for little walks, and then go from there. I feel like that's a really good place to start. It's not too intimidating, you know? If you follow me on Instagram, I've been doing like weight training for the past few years, and I kind of got a little bored of it. So I wanted to switch up my workouts because I was like, okay, I do love weight training, but I was like, I really want to like try a different type of workout. Started taking spin classes, and oh my goodness, they are so fun and I love them. Like, I'm addicted to them. I take them like 2 to 3 times a week right now, but I have one big major issue that recently developed. The music in there is so loud. I'm a sucker for loud music my whole life. I love loud music. Like, that's what gets me to work out really hard. I noticed like some people in the classes were wearing earplugs, and I was like, why are you wearing earplugs? Like, it's not that bad. I spoke too soon and I judged for no reason because I am in that boat. I just ordered some earplugs because my ears yesterday were throbbing. Like, they hurt so bad, and during the class it was like the music was so loud to where I literally was plugging my ears for parts of the class because I was like, how is this not like bursting anyone's eardrum? Like, it was so loud. So I just ordered some earplugs, and then I usually wear a headband that like goes over my ear, so the earplugs will hopefully like kind of like stay in there, and I'll see if that works. But if you guys have the same issue or have any advice, please let me know. Because I'm like, I finally found a new workout that I really love, and it's great cardio, which I'm really lazy with. So I'm like, please don't ruin this for me. One thing about me is I refuse to have normal clothes on when I get ready because I tend to like drop makeup or like stain things, so I usually wear a robe while I get ready. That way, like, I don't care if it gets dirty, and then I can take it off and then put my clothes on. So that's why I'm wearing a robe. Bought this vase a long time ago. It had flowers in it, and then I decided it would be better for my makeup brushes. So look how cute that is. I'm always like, where's my brush? Contour time. The way I can feel maybe 3 dog hairs on my face right now. Like, I know they're there, and it's driving me nuts. I usually take spoolie brushes and just like gently rub them on here. If I'm in public though, and I don't have a little spoolie eyebrow brush, this is what I do. I take my hair and I take the ends of it, the straw dead ends. I'm getting a haircut soon. And I go like this and I brush it over my face because it doesn't ruin my makeup and it gets the hair off of my face. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do and thank me later. I use the little elf sticks, and they're so dirty that I keep them in a Ziploc bag. They leak everywhere, so I don't know how people keep them clean. Like, look at that. It's just not okay. I'm just gonna put it on my cheeks, my big ass 5 head, a little bit on my nose. I like to put a little bit on my eyelids, just a little bit, put a little shadow there, and then I spray my brush with a little setting spray. So whenever I do the questionnaires, a lot of people, and I still get this in my DMs as well, a lot of people ask me for breakup advice. And I appreciate this question because I feel like sometimes people sugarcoat breakup advice, and I never want to sugarcoat anything. I try and just be as real as possible. The thing that heals you is time. I mean, of course you need to like focus on yourself, become the best version of yourself, dedicate yourself to finding yourself and finding new things that bring you joy and all of that, and focus on self-care and self-love and your mental health. So as you're focusing on those things, over time, the past kind of slowly fades away and you heal from it, just because it's part of life and it's part of the journey, and it just takes time. There's no way to like rush through healing through a breakup. Like, you just gotta trust the process. And it's a very difficult process. Like, I'll admit it's very difficult, but like looking back, the journey is like so crazy that it kind of like makes you who you are. For me, like, I am so proud of myself. I am so strong. I am so independent. I never thought I would be this independent ever in my entire life, but I made it a goal. Like, I had a little breakup journal and I wrote that my goal is to be independent. And I was like, this is the craziest goal I've ever had. Like, I don't know how to be independent. I was determined, and I started finding little things that brought me joy. I found new friends. I got out of my comfort zone. I went on little trips. I was exploring. I was living on my own. I feel like because I was going through so many ups and downs, the only consistent person in my life that was there for me was myself. And because of that, it helped me gain a lot of trust for myself and know that like I got my back and I can trust that I can get through anything, and that I'm really strong. And if I can get through that, then like what can't I get through, kind of thing. I just want to like let you know, like, you are so capable of getting through anything in life. Like, I promise. I was at rock freaking bottom and I'm here today, and I'm genuinely happy, and I'm healthy, I'm independent, I'm strong, and I really love myself and who I've become. And I'm thankful that I did go through that journey, because it made me the person I am today. And I love myself for it, and I love every little bit about myself. Just trust the process and give it time, and you will be okay. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of blush. I just got this like 2 days ago from Target. It's the e.l.f. blush. I like to build the blush because there is nothing worse than putting way too much product on and you can't reverse. You gotta like start all over. I just kind of add a tiny bit at a time and build. The clouds just went in front of the sun, so it got so dark in here. I'm sick of these clouds. I want the sun. I like to kind of put it under my eye a little bit. I don't know why, it's just what I do. I think it's good. I can't really tell. I need to like look in my mirror. I really want to get Botox. I've gotten some Botox in the past, but I never really like how it looked. I've gotten it in my forehead, I think 2 times, and both times I don't like it because it makes me look crazy, and I really want to get it just a tiny bit right here. But like, I feel like when you tell people like I want a tiny bit, they don't do a tiny bit, so I'm scared I'm gonna look crazy. So let me know your thoughts on that. I like the smile lines right here. I don't know what they're called, but it's because I'm smiling all the time, or it's because I'm squinting because I can't see far. A little bit on the nose. We're gonna add a little, you know, sunburn effect, even though it's dark and cloudy and it's raining every day and I have no tan lines on my body. We could be Frosty the sunburnt snowman. Okay, that's enough for blush. Okay, next question, as I'm gonna move on to brows. How are you truly feeling with your season of singleness? I think dating and putting yourself out there is really important. I didn't realize that when I was like in the moment, but now like that I can like see clearly and see the full picture, it's so important to put yourself out there. I was very stubborn with putting myself out there. Also, I'm a very shy person. I tried all the dating apps, like you gotta do the damn thing. I had phases where I would like just feel really like free, and I'd put myself out there and I'd go on dates and stuff, and then I would go through a phase where I didn't want to talk to anyone because everyone was annoying, and I wanted to like focus on myself again. So that's like what I would do, and I would go through these little phases. And then I got in a little bit of a rut because I just was tired of not finding anyone that like I was like truly compatible with. Like, everyone was just like lame, if I'm being honest. Like, I could not find a connection for the absolute life of me. So I hit a moment where I was like, I give up. I'm done. Like, I'm not looking. I'm fully done. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I can't be bothered by this anymore. Like, I am done. And I was like, I'm just gonna be by myself for a while. Like, I don't care how long it takes. Like, I have more fun by myself than by like wasting my time. So I gave up. And then one of my friends texted me one day. She was like, I'm setting up on a blind date on Friday. And I think this was like a Wednesday, and I was like, oh God. I was like, fine. I was very hesitant, and I didn't really say much on that date. It ended up being a double date so that my friend could come, and it could be like, you know, not so much pressure. And I had no idea who this person was. So no, I was so nervous and so shy, and I just was very quiet on that date. So then they asked if I wanted to go out on a date, like just us two, and I was like, of course. So I did, and I was so nervous, but it was really fun. And this person just was, you know, they were different, and I vibed with them. And fast forward to today, and we're still dating. I'm officially off the market. Eventually I will like share more about my relationship, I think, but just for now I really like keeping it private because it's still new, and I just want to focus on our relationship and, you know, see what happens. But it's been hard for me to keep it a secret. I'm happy. I got all nervous all of a sudden. Since we have started dating, I have learned so many things I didn't even think were possible. One of them being, I never thought I would experience this. The whole like saying where it's like, if he wanted to, he would. That could not be more true. I had always experienced like, you know, bare minimum effort from people, and it was so just like, it would make me want to pull my hair out because I'm like, where are all the good men out there? He puts in the effort and he makes me feel like a fairy princess. So I will keep you guys updated, you know, as time goes on, but right now I'm really, really happy, and it's really good for me, and it's really healthy, and I'm learning what a real healthy relationship is like. It's like a new feeling. I have never experienced this before. I waited a long ass time for this. I'm getting hot talking about it. As time goes on, I'll share more about it. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of powder to my face. This is so old, but it's Clinique, and I'm just gonna kind of go over my face to make sure it's not like oily or shiny. And I'm gonna go on with the Too Faced chocolate bronzer, and I'm just gonna add a little bit on my forehead, you know, give the illusion that it's not as big as it is. And just, you know, I don't know, I just kind of put bronzer wherever. Having a relationship on social media is a lot of pressure, and a lot of people like to get involved, and that part makes me a little uneasy. Whenever both of us are comfortable, then I'll start sharing a little bit more. I'm just going with the flow. This mascara has been my holy grail since high school. I love it. CoverGirl Clump Crusher. That was like my favorite thing to do in high school. Like when I had my own money, I would go to Target and I would go straight to the CoverGirl section and I would get my mascara, and I was so excited. I've tried so many mascaras, and this is the one that I always come back to for my under eyes, because any other mascara that I use, it always transfers and I end up looking like a freaking raccoon. But on the top, I do like to use two mascaras because I feel like this one kind of like covers all my lashes perfectly. I like to add a little drama, so I do the Too Faced Better Than Sex and I add it to the top lashes but not the bottom. Something that I did not know that I needed until I had is a lash separator. You know, like when your mascara is like super clumped, I just can't stand when that happens. So this one's from Grande Lash. It just brushes through your lashes like that, and it gets all the clumps out, and I love it. I will never ever leave the house unless I have lip liner on. That is like my new thing where I'm like, I have to have lip liner. If I don't have lip liner on, I'm naked. Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. It's so good. You scared me. I did get a few questions about Max. Max is doing great. He's also very clingy. I think we're both really clingy with each other. Like, it's very mutual. And he was out laying on the couch, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna crack my door. I knew he was gonna come in at some point because he's like, girl, you've been gone for too long. Now it's some Summer Fridays lip balm. This shit is so good. I'm just gonna add some setting spray. This one's from e.l.f. But sometimes it's a little wonky and it comes out weird. It's not giving, it's not doing it. It like doesn't come out enough. Like, I need more, so I'm gonna switch over to the Milk Hydro Grip. Much better. Like I said, I know I haven't been on YouTube like recently. I feel like also I've been in such a funk with like holiday depression. I wasn't really like depressed, but like I feel like I get in a funk of like, not even like the holiday time, but just the time change part where the sun goes down so early. It's just like my apartment is all dark and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? But the time change is March 12th, I think. So we are right around the corner. Then the sun's gonna stay out till like 8 p.m. and I'm ready. And I really want to start going on like more adventures and things like that. So I'll definitely start picking up the vlogs once the sun decides to not go down at 3 p.m. Follow me on Instagram and I'll keep you guys updated on when I'll post vlogs. If not, just, you know, be surprised. Thank you all so much for being patient with me and supporting me on this journey, and I promise I will give you guys updates and keep you posted on what's going on in my life. I love you all so much. My DMs are always open. If you ever have any questions or just need to vent, please do. Just let it out, you know? There's no judgment here. You are so worthy, and I will see you in the next video.